Okay, hi everyone. Thanks for popping by and thank you for your interest in heart research. I'm Anna and I am an investigator here at Cambridge Cardiovascular. I study how and why the heart functions the way it does and why heart diseases are the #1 cause of death in the world among the non-infectious diseases. And I focus on heart failure. So the first thing I want you to know is that your heart is a precious organ. And this is because the beating muscle cells of your heart, called cardiomyocytes, those that you have right now, or those that you have been born with, and that majority of them you will keep through your entire lifetime. So we know now that the ability of your heart to form new cardiomyocytes or muscle cells is very, very limited. So this is one of the reasons why conditions such as a heart attack or diabetes are so terrible and deadly. Because a heart attack can blow out 1 billion of cardiomyocytes in one go. And diabetes slowly kills them over time and they can't replenish by themselves. Lifestyle matters. So we looked at the data compiled from the World Health Organizations over causes over death in the world. And the top risk factors are actually an unhealthy diet and a sedentary lifestyle. So I have long been fascinated by exercise, the effect of exercise and diet as preventative measures and treatments for many of the metabolic and cardiovascular diseases that we have today. Yet everyone knows that healthy diet and exercise is important. But the question is how? How does exercise improve heart health? What happens in the heart if we eat fast food daily? And how can it change the composition of the cells in the heart? So I worked together with a colleague of mine, Carolyn, and we wanted to first look at exercise. We had two groups of mice. We had sedentary TV watchers, and we had mice that were running on a running wheel for 8 weeks. We equipped them with a backpack each, a backpack that contained a stable isotope, like a cell tracker. It's called N15-thymidine. This isotope will only go in the newly born cells. After 8 weeks, we checked the hearts. So first thing you need to know is that each mouse ran 5 kilometers a day, which is quite impressive. And their hearts are much stronger, much larger, and more elastic compared to the sedentary mice. They had also more capillaries with better blood flow. We also noticed that their genes were promoting heart growth. So as you remember, I told you that they also had a backpack with a stable isotope cell tracker. So we used a really cool technology called MIMS, which is a combination between a mass spec and an electron microscope. So here what you see is, you see a section of the heart, and the blue part here is the normal values of the stable isotope that we have in the nature and that you will have in your heart normally. So the shiny spots are those that have more than normal. So those cells that are undergoing birth will have more greenish towards reddish color. And here I have magnified a cardiomyocyte, and we know that by the striation here that you see, and this shape here that is a little bit of a snaky shape, that's the nucleus of the cardiomyocyte. And we also see 3 endothelial cells here on the side. So we quantified all of these newborn muscle cells, and we noticed that runners had many, many more compared to the sedentary ones. So actually, running increases birth of new heart cells by 5-fold. And we find this very interesting and wonder how and why. What we are also looking at is the role of fuel, diet, in development of heart failure. So we know that the heart is an omnivore, which means that it eats or uses the fuel that is available to it. So if you eat burgers every day, there will be more fat and more sugar in your blood, and heart will adapt according to it. But we wonder, how does it affect the genes, the proteins? How can this lead to inflammation, oxidative stress, metabolism, all important components of heart failure and development of heart failure? So this is a little bit about my research. If you have any questions, please get in touch. Here is my email, and thank you for listening.